Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you all are doing great. This is me, Priya Sharma. I am a makeup enthusiast and make makeup related videos on YouTube. So today we are going to review this gorgeous palette from Hourglass. I am sure you have seen this before on YouTube a lot. I mean, I was not able to control myself from buying this. This looks absolutely gorgeous. So this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Unlocked Elephant Palette, and let's start the video. So let's open the palette. This is what the box looks like. It is the elephant one, and here is the palette. How beautiful this looks. This picture on the palette is artwork by the world's most renowned illustrator. It is Katie Scott, and I love how she has made it look so beautiful, and I must say I love her artwork. This looks absolutely gorgeous, and the other variants are beautiful as well. The tiger, the butterfly and the elephant, all the artworks done on the palettes are absolutely gorgeous and very beautiful. So why has Hourglass put these pictures on the palette? The reason is the palette supports Hourglass's mission to unlock the cages of wild animals in captivity, and 5% of the profits from the unlock support the non-human rights project to secure fundamental rights for animals, and that is an absolutely great initiative by Hourglass. And one more great thing about this palette is that it is 100% made from tin. This is tin. This is what the palette looks like. It is an initiative by Hourglass to reduce the use of plastic, so they have used tin to make this palette. I am happy about this initiative. At least someone is giving it a shot, taking a step towards reducing the use of plastic. So that is a thumbs up from my side to Hourglass. So this palette, as I have told, comes in 3 variants: the elephant, the butterfly and the tiger, and it covers shade range from fair to dark skin tone. The butterfly palette is for fair skin tones, the elephant one is for medium skin tone, and the tiger one is for medium to dark skin tones. The outer packaging of this palette is customizable. You can take the elephant image and the colors of the tiger palette, and you can just switch anything and everything for yourself. Also, this customization is only available on the Hourglass site. It is not available on Sephora. So if you buy from Sephora with the elephant palette, you get these shades, and you cannot customize on the Sephora site. So let's talk about the packaging. This is what the palette looks like. You have seen this is 100% tin. It has a good size of mirror in it, and these are the 6 powders that you get. The palette retails for $85, and it contains 1.4 grams of product in each pants. So it is 1.4 grams into 6, that is 8.4 grams of product is what you are getting in this palette. And each of these palettes has mix of old and new powders. So in this palette, these 2 powders are what the old formula is, and these 4 are the new powders in this palette. 2 powders are the best sellers from the brand. So if you are someone like me and you have never purchased anything from Hourglass, then you should definitely try this, because this gives you 2 setting powders, a highlighter, a bronzer and 2 blushes with this palette. And if you go and buy these individually, it will cost you a lot. So if you want to try something from this brand, just go for this palette. These are the 6 powders that you get. This is the dim light. This is a pale peach sort of a powder. This is the soft light. This is natural beige in shade. So this is the beaming strobe light, golden sun highlight. This is the bronzing powder. These are the 2 blushes. This is coral shade, and this is the radiant rose. And we are going to try this out now. The colors are absolutely beautiful, even though these 2 look very similar, but these are a little different. Not very different, but just a little bit. So let's swatch these. So firstly, I am swatching the dim light powder and the soft light powder. So this is the dim light powder and this is the soft light powder. Now I am swatching the highlighter and the bronzer. So the highlighter, the bronzer, the pigmentation is absolutely beautiful. Now I am swatching the coral blush and the radiant rose blush. This is the coral blush and this is the radiant rose blush. Look at it. These are the swatches of the powders. They swatched absolutely beautifully, and let's see how they work on my skin now. So now that I've swatched these beauties, I will put it on my face and see how these perform. So I have used the Anastasia foundation. I'm in the shade 150G and I have not set my face with any powder or my under eyes. So I'll be using the powder in this one to set my face, and I am using the dim light and this blush on this side of my face, and I'm using the soft light powder and this blush on this side of my face. So let's set the face. I am using the dim light first. That is the first shade in my palette, and it has a very seamlessly controlled and covered all the shine that I had on my face. Look at this side and look at this side. This is giving a very filtered finish on my face. Just putting it on the left side. I am using this Morphe M330 brush to set my under eye with this powder. The powder is absolutely amazing, especially on my under eyes. It is not drying out my under eyes at all, and also it is not emphasizing the lines under my eyes, the fine lines that I have, or the skin folds right over here. It is not emphasizing at all. It looks absolutely beautiful. The powder is a little pinkish for my skin tone, so I will try the other one, the yellow one, and let's see how that one looks on my face. The pinkishness is more prominent under my eyes rather than on my entire face. Look at this side. It looks absolutely beautiful and filtered. It doesn't feel or look like I have any powder on my face. It just looks very skin-like and very beautiful. It is not emphasizing any texture, and my under eyes looks absolutely amazing. It is literally, there is no dryness under my eyes. I am very dry skin type and my under eyes creases a lot, but this powder is absolutely amazing. It did not emphasize the lines under my eyes and did not make my under eyes dry. Look at it. So let's talk about the luminosity or the glowiness that the powder gives. The powder is not very glowy unless and until you layer it a lot. So I've put a lot of it under my eyes to set it, so I can see the glowiness, but on the face is not giving that luminosity, that glowiness. It looks like the normal matte powder that you use. It is just a normal matte powder unless and until you layer it a lot. So moving to the other side of my face, I will be using the soft light powder This is the finishing powder, so I'm using to set my face, and I'm using the soft light powder. The powders do not have any kickback, so the formulation is good in that way. And I'm using the soft light powder now. That is the second powder in the palette, and let's try this one now. So I have set my face with the soft light powder, and I like this side better. This gives a very brightened effect to my face, and the left side is not as brightened. I like this side better. This has some pinkish tones to it, and this one has some warm tones to it, and I am in love with this shade. This absolutely matches my skin tone and looks beautiful on my skin. Again, the formula is obviously the same for both the powders, so it gives natural effect to the entire face. About the luminosity, this one is also not that luminous. It is just a simple matte powder, but if you layer it a lot, you will see the luminosity, but you need to layer it a lot. So now I will just set my under eyes quickly with this powder. So I am using the Morphe 573 brush now, using the soft light powder to set my under eyes. I've set my under eyes, and my under eyes again looks absolutely beautiful and flawless. It is not emphasizing the lines under my eyes. Now if you look up close, this side looks a little pinkish, and this one looks brightened, beautiful, just amazing. So I like the soft light powder in this palette for my skin tone. This side of my face looks absolutely amazing compared to this side. It gives a very natural finish to my face. The setting powder is beautiful. If you apply layers of it, it will give the luminous effect. If you don't apply it much, it will set your face like a matte powder, which also gives a very natural and beautiful finish. And about the under eye, sets my under eyes so beautifully. How do I even tell you? How do I even start? I have no idea. This looks absolutely stunning on my under eyes. I have very dry under eyes, so when I set it with loose powders, it looks dry, it appears dry, and if I do not set it properly, my under eyes creases. So this one did it for me. It gives natural effect, doesn't dry out, brightens my under eyes, and it just makes it looks absolutely beautiful, skin like and natural. So now let's try the contour. I am using this bronzer. This is the Lustrous Bronze Light from the palette, and let's just try this out. As I can see, the pan has glitters in it, and let's try this out. I am using this angled brush, and yes, this has very light coverage, and you can build it up. You can build it up, and that is a very good point about this, because you do not have a risk of overdoing it. You can just build it up very slowly, and as I can see, it is blending very well. Just I am tapping it and it is blending itself. This is a no filter video, so you can see how it looks on my skin. I love how This is giving a very natural finish to the face. It is not looking heavy at all. So I'm contouring my nose with it using the same bronzing powder. I just love the color of the bronzer. It is a little orange, but still it is giving a good bronzy effect to the face. I like to join the contour or the bronzing of my nose to my eyebrows. It gives the most natural effect to it. So now that we are done with bronzing or contouring, let's put on some blush. So I'm putting the coral shade on the left side of my face. This is a glowy blush, a very glowy one. The sheen is not very overpowering, but it is giving a healthy glow to the face. Look at it. It reminds me of the NARS Orgasm blush. It is somewhat like that. Now I'm putting the Radiant Rose on the right side of my face. This is a pink blush and it does not have a lot of sheen to it like this one. It is a matte blush and I like how this color looks on my skin. It is blending seamlessly with the contour or the bronzer. I love how beautiful this looks. This is giving a very airbrushed finish to my face. All the powders are blending into each other like butter. It is looking so beautiful. Look at it. This does not have a sheen to it. It is just a simple matte blush, and this one has the glowy sheen and you can see it. I just love how this one is looking on my face. This looks absolutely beautiful. I can also apply it on my eyelids and let's try that. Again, I'm using the Radiant Rose on this side of my eye. It is blending like a dream on the eyes as well. The formula is absolutely amazing. How gorgeous is this powder? I mean, how beautiful. I am in love with the formula. This is my first Hourglass palette and I am just in love, and now I can understand why there's so much hype about this palette. Also, I'm using natural light, so if there is any lighting issues, please don't mind that. Look at it. Loving the natural effect of both the blushes. It is absolutely gorgeous. Look how beautiful and flawless the base is looking. I cannot emphasize on the fact how flawless the base looks. Everything is just melting into each other and it is looking so beautiful. The palette has zero kickbacks. There is no kickback whatsoever. Beautiful. And now I am using the last shade from this palette, that is the metallic strobe powder, Beaming Strobe Light. Let's see how this one works. I'm using the fan brush. Wow, it looks so beautiful. This does not have even a single teeny tiny glitter particle. It is just giving a sheen, a healthy glow to the face, and still it is beaming like anything. Gorgeous is the word for the highlighter. It looks so beautiful. You can see it for yourself how beautiful and glowy this looks. I am in love, literally in love with it. Look how glowy, beautiful this looks. I am just in love with it. I just want to put more and more. It is that beautiful. I love putting a little on my forehead and never forgetting the nose. Taking smaller brush for that. Just blending this highlight on my forehead and taking the tiniest amount for my nose. Look at the glowiness of the base. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I am in love, literally. Look at how gorgeous this looks. The base is all dewy, glowing, natural. Not natural anymore, but it looks very glowy and absolutely beautiful. I cannot tell you, I am so impressed with this palette. This is my first, and I think I will definitely buy more from this. But if you have never bought anything from Hourglass, go for this one. You get 2 blushes, 1 highlighter, 2 powders and a bronzer. A perfect package deal this palette is. It looks so gorgeous. I mean, how can you say no to this palette? I was sold on the packaging, literally sold. So now that I have put it on my face, look how gorgeous this looks. And now we are going to list some pros and cons of this product. Starting with the pros, the packaging is very travel friendly. It is handy. The palette is compact. It is just this much. It is just so handy. I can carry it in my hand. It is so travel friendly and compact. You get a blush, 2 blushes, a bronzer, a highlight and 2 setting powders in just one palette, which makes it very compact and travel friendly. Second point, that it has good shade range. It has powders for fair, medium and dark, all the 3 skin types. The third is the packaging. The packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I am not lying. I had just bought it for the packaging. I found it that beautiful. So the fourth point is the powders are luminous and they give glowy base. The setting powders gives a matte as well as glowy effect. If you layer it, you will get the luminous effect, and if you want just a matte base, just apply a little bit on the face and it will give a very natural matte feel to the face. And the fifth point is it is a very skin like. I am not joking when I say it looks like skin. It does not make your face matte, powdery, flaky, nothing. It just gives a very skin like feel to the face. Even though you have applied powder, it gives a very natural feel to the face, which brings us to the fifth or the sixth, whichever point is, because again I have lost the count. So yeah, next point is it gives a very natural base, natural feel to the face. It blends smoothly. It is very lightweight, gives a very filtered effect to the face. It blends seamlessly. It gives a blurred effect to the face. And what not? I mean, what do you want more from a powder? It is just chef's kiss. It is amazing. Go grab it, buy it. Sephora USA and all these Sephoras are having a good Black Friday sale on this product. Go just get your hands on it because it is absolutely gorgeous. One is the palette is small in size. I paid $85 for this, and this is a very small. The pan size is also small for the price I paid, but again Hourglass is a luxury brand, so $85 for this. If you buy all these individually, it will cost a lot, so I think that is again understandable. I'm sorry, I am not able to find any con in this palette except for the fact that this is a bit small. They could have made it a little bigger. and that is my only suggestion to the brand. And otherwise I am in love with it. My first purchase of Hourglass is just worth it. You should definitely go and buy it and get your hands on this. Just love it. So now that we are done with the video, let me show you in close up how beautiful this is looking on my face. So look at my under eyes, they look absolutely gorgeous, and my entire face looks very seamless and beautiful. But I want you to focus on my under eyes because they look very natural, not looking powdery at all. This side is looking a little white and pinkish because this is the dim light powder and this one is the soft light powder, and I like how the soft light looks on my face. It looks beautiful. It has brightened my under eye, and I do not like the effect of dim light on my face. The color is not for me, but the soft light is a perfect match for me. So I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. Thank you for supporting and liking my videos as always, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.